What is up, guys? Late night live number 7. No fights for a little while, but I said I'd keep doing these lives. I want to chat it up with you guys. I want to talk some MMA news topics. We'll cover a little bit about Ngannou versus Gane. Some chill shows we'll be doing. I've been dropping a lot of news reaction videos. If you guys haven't seen those yet, check them out on the channel. It's kind of what we got to do, right, in this period of absence for combat, which is super unfortunate. I really wish that there was still some fights. There is going to be RESIGN, and I'm pretty guaranteed. I guess I'm going to guarantee now for RESIGN, I am going to do some predictions for that. I will do the championship fight predictions. I think the lightweight belt's on the line. And then they have the bantamweight division tournament. I want to cover that. We'll go in depth with it. There's some decent fighters in it. I'm looking forward to talking about that probably next week. That may be a Sunday, Monday release coming up, which will be nice. We'll get some picks out there. Now we're kind of doing an early preview for Ngannou versus Gane. I want to look at this card early because, why not? Try to get ahead of the bookies potentially. Also, just want to talk about Ngannou. He said he doesn't want to re-sign with the UFC. That's a rough spot to be in. Let's say he beats Ciryl Gane by knockout, which very possible. Now you lose the heavyweight champ. I don't know. I don't think that's a good move. I think the UFC should offer this man pretty much whatever he asks for and allow him to have a clause where he can do a boxing match. Because I think that's Ngannou's mindset. The reason he does not want to re-sign is he is interested in stepping into the boxing ring. I know for certain he has said, Mike Tyson's podcast, he said in multiple interviews, I wanted to be a heavyweight boxing champion. That is still my dream. I don't see why there couldn't be a world where Ngannou does get a shot at a heavyweight belt outside of the UFC, but still being signed to the UFC. It would be a major mistake to lose this heavyweight champ. This is the freakiest of heavyweights we have seen. Doesn't matter with the Gane and Ngannou fight how it goes. You need this man on the roster. Allow him to do other things. This is a pound-for-pound top fighter, regardless of how his fight versus Gane goes. Now, I do want to quickly run through the card because I am curious, but I know that there's issues with the management team that Ngannou has and Dana White. He needs to get that resolved. We need him in the UFC. Dana needs to find a way to keep him on the roster. Looking at this card early, Kay Hansen, Jasmine Jasavakitis starts it off. Warley Alves making a comeback versus Jack Della Madalena. Jae-Yoon Kim versus Poliana Botello. Tony Graveyou, Simon Oliveira. Alessa Grasso, she's back in action. She takes on Viviana Rujao. Frevola versus Gennaro Valdez, who's unbeaten. Michael Morales. This is an exciting fight. I'm really hyped to see him in the UFC. Winner on the Contender Series that really stood out to me. I believe that Gennaro is as well. I believe there might be a couple here. Yeah, Contender Series, Gennaro is. And then Morales, super exciting prospect versus Trevin Giles. Nurmagomedov versus Cody Stamen. Vieira versus Wellington Turman. Movsar Evloev, Ilya Topuria. Alessio Oleinik, Greg Hardy. Brandon Moreno, Davidson Figueiredo, and Ciryl Gane versus Francis at the top. This is a very fun card, guys. This is a card you are going to want to tune into. This is something that's worth the money, man. What is up, brother? What is up? Not going to lie, this is a pretty bad pay-per-view card. I feel like maybe it's my bias, man. I think it's a damn fun one, but I have a strong bias towards, knowing, all the guys through the prelims and really enjoying undercard action. So, yeah, definitely might be underwhelming for some. I mean, they got to add somebody to the main card. Who can we get on the main card to really fill this card out? We need somebody. I'm trying to think of a matchup that maybe could be made with some free fighters. What's it, January? You're not going to be able to get another belt on the line. Let me look at some ranked guys because I'm curious now to see if there's anybody they have right now available. Could we get some top flight middleweight action? Maybe Sean Strickland. Bring Strickland on the card? I believe he doesn't have a fight booked. No, he does. Oh, February 5th, he is fighting Hermanson. Damn. It's a tricky situation for the UFC here. You're not going to have your top guys. I mean, Jamal Hill didn't take a lot of damage. Johnny Walker, is he booked? He's not booked. Could Jamal Hill, Johnny Walker be a late addition to this card? I feel like that'd be a fun light heavyweight matchup. Put it as the featured bout of the night. I feel like we're insured of a pretty damn good pay-per-view. Poirier versus Diaz fight really would have helped. Bro, Poirier versus Diaz would have been a sick fight to have on the card. I think it is a good card, man. I don't know. Maybe I have a bias, though, man, because I do. I definitely have a bias. All right. Let's see what the people think. See if it's worth a pay-per-view buy from you guys. I know I'll be buying it. And I just have to pray that, everything stays on the line. Yeah, it is too early for Dustin, man. I don't expect him to go out there, take that fight. Khamzat Magny, I'd love to see it. I feel like Bilal is finding a way to get some interest there. We might see Bilal Muhammad. We might see Bilal. There's a chance. Let's see what the people think. Is this card worth a buy? UFC 270. It's probably not finalized just yet. Walker vs. Hill could save this card. No. Right now, 100% no. I guess there's a chance it could underwhelm, but not the main 3 fights. I don't know. The main card is not finalized. Topuria Evloev's a great fight. That should be on the main card. I guess Stamen versus Saeed would be the next fight to put on the main card. They're going to add something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 fights. They got to add something in there. I will agree with you guys. They need to add something to the main card. Whitaker Adesanya is the next month. It's 271. Cannonier Brunson rescheduled. That's unfortunate. Is there some heavyweights maybe we could put on there? Right now, my pick is Johnny Walker, Jamal Hill. Make it happen. Let's get them against one another. Who else could we add in? Somebody potentially available early in the year. So it's got to be somebody that didn't take a lot of damage in 2021. Potential women's bout, maybe? Get Hebos back in there. Michelle, I believe they already fought. No, they didn't. Michelle Waterson versus Amanda Hebos, maybe on the main card. I think that's a doable option. Maybe. It might make this card more sellable if we add that. How is Greg Hardy on the main card? Who said I buy pay-per-views? You're right, bro. You're right. You never said that. Lost Thompson minus 3,000. Yeah, bro. Betting fucking Wonderboy is a no-go from now on. There's 3 fights that will get fans' attention. Walker versus Hill is the one, I think. How is Greg Hardy on the main card? Bro, Greg Hardy has secured a place on main cards, I think, because of the name value, man. That's big Greg Hardy, bro. He's able to fucking sell himself fairly well. I feel as though it's I don't want to say he's a valuable heavyweight, but he's a fun heavyweight to watch. You look at his fights, they tend to be entertaining. He can't grapple. He sits in there and he throws power and he looks for the stoppage. And that's really how the fights tend to go when Greg Hardy is inside of the cage. Right now, the votes are a strong no. Strong no. I'm kind of curious, some early leans on this card for everybody. I might go through it all and get your guys' takes. Trying to think, though. I'm feeling like Jasmine Javikavidas. Can't remember her fight on the Contender Series, but I remember the name. Takes on Kay Hansen to start off the night. I'm not going to type this name out, man. I'm going to have to copy and paste. But I'm curious if you guys lean a certain way here. I'm curious to get some early picks from the people. That's what I want from you guys now. Also, smash that like button, guys. Let's get that algorithm pumping. I know we got no fights coming up, so we're going to preview upcoming cards. We'll do UFC Vegas 46 maybe next week. I might throw another late night live up. I know it's not on the Tuesday time. It wasn't available yesterday, so I did make sure to drop you guys that news reaction, which I'm going to keep dropping news reactions. We're going to have some ones popping pretty much every day of the week. As long as I can come up with something to talk about, there will be videos out there. All right, let's get this fight. The people's pick, Hansen or Javikavidas. Let's see what the people think. Right now, I'm asking the chat. I want to get your guys' takes. Very early predictions here. No film study has been done yet, so this right now is true top-of-the-head action. I'm telling you guys, I don't remember her fight. Julia Palastri. I can't remember it for for Jasmine. I remember the name. Yeah, she has a huge size edge. Right now, I'm just going to jump on the side of Jasmine simply because of all the physical attributes she has against Kay Hansen right now. Kay coming off the loss to McKenna, Jin Yun Frey. She's not a bad fighter, though, but she's small compared to her opponent. Let's see some fight odds. We can get some super early leans, man. I wish there was fights this weekend. Fuck. Kay Hansen is a huge favorite. Minus 220, plus 195. Very early line activity. Strong towards Hansen. Jasmine is clearly the bigger girl. Something to note. Kay Hansen moving up a weight class. Right now, early lean. I'm going Jasmine. Upset. I think the underdog can really come through here. Now, do I remember the stylistic fight? Shit, I don't. So that's unfortunate. Jasmine has huge reach. I've already put 200 on Kyle Moraes and Jack vs. Warley plus 256. You already got bets in. You're ahead of the fucking schedule. Does Zabit fight in 2022? I am going to say yes. He makes his 2022 comeback. I don't think Zabit wins the belt, if you want my take on that. I don't think that he has the stamina to beat these top-level guys. Giga Chikadze would be a hellish matchup. Giga Chikadze, I think, fights for the belt. I think him and Calvin Kattar's fantastic matchmaking. I love that fight. I will do an early prediction video for that fight. I'll drop that out in the next couple days. I'll probably do an early take for Ngannou versus Gane, early prediction and breakdown. And we'll go over UFC Vegas 46, too. Looking at the people's votes right now, you guys are on Hansen. I'm going to go against the grain and go for Jasmine, but that is with no film study on Jasmine and just looking at simply the size attribute. It's a month off. I know, man. It is too long without UFC. There is boxing action that I will try to talk about. Not amazing boxing, but I think Gassiev fights next week. I know Luis Ortiz will be making his comeback in 2022 early, like January something. It's Christmas week, so they're going to give us at least this week off. It sucks that we also have to deal with the next week, and then the next week off. Too many weeks off for me, man. So I will keep the content coming out, guys. You'll be able to come hang out, chat it up. We'll just be chilling, talking about fights that are a ways away. This one right here is a month away from us. These are the month out picks. Who are the new champs by 2022? I will answer that in just a moment. Just let me throw the poll up here for Alves versus Madalena. I remember Madalena vaguely. I'm trying to think of his fight. Let me see. I can't guess it, but okay, he won against Ang Lusa. And now he takes on Warley. This is not an easy matchup to fight Warley Alves. What's the odds for this? Warley Alves is the dog, plus 170. Wow. Because he got ran over by Jeremiah Wells. Didn't Jeremiah Wells lose his last fight? No, he won. No, he got his bout canceled. That's what it was. I was saying, wait, didn't he beat fucking Jake Matthews? No, cancel bout. That's interesting. Now, champions by fucking 2022. I'm curious. Let's look. I can give you an early prediction on who I think the champs are going to be. Who do you think Zabit fights in 2022? We're going to do that. Let me answer champs in 2022. I'm answering all your guys' questions here. So ask me anything. Fucking gonna get it answered. We got everything, bro. All right, so champs in 2022. Moreno, number one. I'm going to say by the end of 2022, Moreno still holds the belt. That's going to be my early guess. But Kai is on the rise, and so is Askarov. Aljamain Sterling loses the belt, so I do believe Petr Yan gets the title. Potentially Aldo could be a real dogfight in a rematch with Yan. I think Volkanovski also holds the belt through 2022. I see him being the champion. I see a new champ in bantamweight being Petr Yan. I see Volkanovski holding the belt. I see Moreno holding the title. Charles Oliveira, is he going to be the champ at the end of 2022? I'm going to say no. I think that Gaethje could knock him out, and I think Makhachev could beat him. I feel like he's going to end up dropping the title in 2022, but I won't be surprised if he does still have it. 2022, will Usman hold the belt the entire time? Khamzat Chimaev is ranked 11. Khamzat Chimaev probably below Muhammad or Neil Magny next. I'd say he'd be 1 or 2 fights away. Then maybe he fights Vicente Luque or Gilbert Burns or even Colby Covington. and then fights for the belt. I'd say Khamzat is about 2 fights away from a title shot. He needs time. If he's super active in 2022, maybe he gets Kamaru. It's going to be all on Khamzat. I don't see anybody else beating Kamaru. I don't think that Leon Edwards beats him. I don't think Luke beats him. I don't think Belal would beat him. And I don't see anyone else getting a shot outside of maybe Khamzat in 2022. I'll pick Khamzat Chimaev to be the new champ if he gets his shot, but he's 2 fights away, certainly. And I do think he can beat Usman. Now, at 185, man, if Brunson beats Cannonier, I'm very intrigued to see him look to wrestle Adesanya. But I am going to hold claim that Adesanya probably holds the belt throughout 2022 as well. I think Adesanya is still champion. Glover Teixeira. Does he hold the belt? No, he doesn't. I think Glover actually can't defend the belt. I think Prochazka beats him. I think Alexander Rakic is a very difficult fight. I think he could potentially struggle with Magomed Ankalaev or Dominic Reyes. I feel like Jan Blachowicz, if he beats Rakic, fights for the belt against the winner of Prochazka versus Glover. I think then Anthony Smith may be in the running to fight Magomed Ankalaev potentially. There's some fights. I know Ankalaev, I believe he's fighting Thiago Santos officially. Let's see if that's booked. Not booked, no, not officially, but I do believe that's the fight. Heavyweight, Cyril Gane, Francis Ngannou. I believe Francis Ngannou, I don't know. I'm torn. I'm too torn on this one, man. That would give away the pick, too, for the main event before the end. But I don't know. I'm very torn for who's going to hold the belt by the end of the year. You think Gane, Yuri, Khamzat, Islam, and Jan? Okay. I could see that. Josh Emmett Zabit would be fun. Yeah, I don't see Petr Yan losing fights, man. Jan's a fucking monster. Let's see. Women's division. Does Thug Rose hold the belt? I think Rose holds it. I think Valentina holds it. Pena? I don't know if she holds this title. I think that Nunes could beat her in a rematch. I also believe that Holly Holm could be serious issues, and I think Valentina could jump a weight class and look to be dual champ. Nunes at 45, I do believe holds the belt. I don't think there's anybody there. I mean, look, there's no rankings. It's just Nunes with a 45 belt, which essentially is a non-weight class. It's not a real weight class. There's nothing real about that class. The people are heavy on Alves over Madalena here. Wow. Who do I think Zabit fights in 2022? I really like Josh Emmett as a potential matchup. I feel like that's a smart way to go. Let's give him Josh. Let's go Josh Emmett. I think that's a fun fight. He's out of the rankings, unfortunately, now. I think you give him Emmett. And then from Emmett, if he's able to win, he's very close. Maybe a Yair Rodriguez fight finally, which I think that could go in the favor of Yair. I think potential Korean Zombie matchup. Brian Ortega's in the mix. I would say, though, first he's going to have to get through like a Josh Emmett. I would say Josh is probably the guy. Higechi Kaze is getting a big jump to Calvin Kattar. I think he'll be number 5 after that one. Let's get back to 270 real quick. I'll still be answering the questions, but I do want to get some polls out there for where the people are leaning for UFC 270. Very early predictions. The people were on Alves here. Makes sense. I think that's an understandable pick. So you guys got Alves for the W. I like it. I respect it. I see it. I do believe that there's a possibility, but it's going to be hard for me to sleep on the favorite in that spot, Madalena. All right, let's get this one up. Botello versus Kim. Where do the people stand? Let's get your guys' takes. Very early lean. I'm going Botello. Very early lean. Ryzen New Year's card. Yeah, I'm going to cover Ryzen New Year's card, man. I got to show some love to Ryzen. They're giving some action on New Year's, so we'll cover it next week. Dude's from the Contender Series. He's nasty. Yeah, he looked good. I remember his fight, but I can't remember everything about his style. Gane, Yuri, Khamzat, Islam, Jan. Okay, I like that. Josh Emmett, Zabit. Yep. Maybe Yuri or Rakic. I could see that. The new champion. Yeah, I mean, it could be. Ankalaev champion by end of 2022. I don't know. Maybe. Look at you out here doing the damn thing. Good on ya. Thank you to Paluca Palooza for the donation, bro. Much love for that. It'll really help towards, the holidays, bro. I'll put it towards a Christmas gift, man. So thank you so much. Shout out to Paluca Palooza for the dono. Much love, man. Thank you so much. Do you think Jan ever tries to be double champ? I couldn't see him competing well against the sizable differential that would be up a weight class at 145 pounds. I think he's the king of the 35ers for years to come, potentially 2 years. I'm not going to say years and years. But for a while, I think the struggle would be jumping a weight class now. Damn, bro, those boys are big at 145 pounds. That's hard. That is super hard. And guys, also, if you're tuning in, you haven't yet, smash the like button. Do me a favor. Let me know you like the stream by liking it. Show some love to your boy. We're out here grinding through the MMA drought, but the content will not be stopping. I'm still doing news reactions. We got early prediction shows, late night lives, so I'm going to have content dropping consistently. It's going to be out. The channel don't sleep. Unfortunately, the fights do, but we're going to have some things to talk about. MMA news is popping at the moment, which is why I'm doing all those news reaction videos. Good next matchup for Wonderboy. You know what? Let's do a Wonderboy's next fight because he's in a shit spot. He was looking terrible against grapplers, man, but it's expected, especially as he gets older. Wonderboy 7, loses to Bilal. Maybe Sean Brady versus Wonderboy. Let's feed him another grappler, man. Maybe Leach could be in the mix. He has a win over Luque dominantly. Neil Magny versus Wonderboy could happen. I think Michael Chiesa Wonderboy is actually the fight. Let's go Michael Chiesa versus Wonderboy next, which is not a good matchup for Wonderboy Thompson. But if he can stay on the feet, he can beat anybody in the world. I do think Wonderboy striking could still get through, even against a guy of the grappling caliber of Michael Maverick Chiesa. I could see Wonderboy getting a stoppage there. The people are on Botello over Kim. That is the early lean. I'm going to close out the poll, get your final vote in. We're ending it here, and we'll get the official result. Wonderboy's code has been cracked. I agree. Against strikers, I think he still performs well. But against grapplers, man, they have a playbook. You look at what Bilal Muhammad just did, and you literally mimic that to a T. You're able to beat Wonderboy. Pressure, grappling. The man's takedown defense, bit overrated. It comes from the fear of the striking. He doesn't have the same speed as the speed and explosiveness. I'm fucking tripping all over my words here. He doesn't have it like he used to in the past, when he fought for the belt and when he took on, real top guys in the world. How can Masvidal get to the title again? Well, I would say Masvidal's path now is more like fun fights. But if Masvidal were to try to jump to the belt, I want to fight for the title. Give me, Masvidal on the belt again. He doesn't beat Bilal Muhammad. It's a hellish stylistic matchup. I think you give him Luque. Luque versus Masvidal. If he knocks Luque out, I think you maybe give him either Colby Covington or, honestly, man, Jorge Masvidal, Colby Covington, and then if he wins that fight, he's going to be in the conversation. Certainly. But I don't know if they're making that Colby fight. If not, maybe Luque, striker's dream matchup if he beats Luque, and then you're probably fighting maybe the loser of Usman and Leon, especially if it's Leon. You could do Leon versus Masvidal. You can win that fight. Stylistic matchups that favor Jorge Masvidal can get him back to the belt. But I don't see him beating Bilal Muhammad. I don't see him beating Gilbert Burns. And I don't see him beating the grapplers, man. Even Sean Brady would be a difficult fight for Masvidal at this point. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson rematch, but I don't know if Masvidal will want it. I don't think Neil Magny and him fight. I think Masvidal is in a spot where he can go for the money fights. Maybe you try to get in there versus Nate Diaz again or something like that. Maybe fight Dustin Poirier. I mean, they're boys, though, which kind of throws it. They both train at ATT. Conor McGregor's super fight is always going to be there as a potential fight for Masvidal. Jake Paul called him out. There's a lot of money there, but that's not going to get him back to the belt. That might get him farther away from the title, but damn, get him the biggest payday of his life. All right, let me throw up an early prediction poll for Gravely and Oliveira. See what the early leans are for this fight. Oliveira and Gravely. Early predictions. Throw me yours. I am curious. Who does Masvidal have to beat to get the title shot? Yeah, I think he would have to get through maybe Leon, and I think he'd also have to get through a fellow striker in Vicente Luque. That's probably his best method to get to the title. can't counter-strike grapplers. Yeah, he doesn't do well versus wrestlers, man. Masvidal, Wonderboy 2. I don't think that Masvidal wants that fight, man. Wonderboy's a hard stylistic matchup for him. Real hard. Masvidal for fun fights. I'm with you, bro. Masvidal's going to be going to boxing soon. I could see it. I could see him fighting Jake Paul. And I think that's the fight to be made. And people hate hearing it, but I think that makes a lot of sense. Put those two in there against one another. I'm curious to see what happens. Let's give Jake Paul a real savage, and let's make Masvidal a fucking ton of money. And I know he ain't getting knocked flat out like Woodley did. No chance. If that happened, that would absolutely suck for Masvidal. The early lean for the people is Gravely. I do want to see the odds. Masvidal, who did he beat? Yeah, Till and Cerrone, man. He didn't really beat anybody notable. He doesn't beat a lot. Look, dude. Does Masvidal beat a lot of these top guys? Maybe Edwards, maybe Luque. I don't see him beating Colby or Burns. I don't see him beating Bilal. I don't see him faring well against even Sean Brady. Wonderboy fight, he already lost. It could be a tough rematch. Neil Magny has a hard fight because of his size. Masvidal is a lightweight. Masvidal was always a lightweight. He's a power puncher. If he lands on your chin, he can put you down. But stylistic matchups could be hell here moving forward. Looking at the odds for Gravely Oliveira, I am curious. The very early odds. Tony Gravely and Oliveira. Gravely minus 205, plus 200 for Simon Oliveira. Yeah, I remember him. He barely won that fight against Jose Alday, who also got signed. I think Gravely can beat him here. He could. I think he could. Wouldn't guarantee it. I wouldn't throw a ton, but I think Gravely could get it done. But Oliveira's close money with you guys. You got it 50-50, man. Who hasn't Luque fought? Why hasn't Luque fought in so long? He still has no fight booked. Dude, I think the reason Luque hasn't fought in a while is, it's trouble finding the matchups that he wants. I mean, he beat Woodley and hasn't been back since, and Woodley's fought twice. I think Luque could fight against Gilbert Burns, but they're best buds. Like, these dudes are boys. Luque might have to rematch Bilal Muhammad, who he did knock out in a minute years back. Luque Masvidal is not a bad fight. He's in a weird situation, man. Having one of your best friends also be a training partner and you're ranked right next to him and you probably don't want to fight him, not an optimal situation whatsoever for his career and for Gilbert Burns, because a win against one another would really jump their stock. He won that belt, though, the BMF. I mean, he's a bad motherfucker. He likes to scrap. I don't know, man. I think Paul's a better boxer. You're probably right. Paul probably beats him on a decision. Seeing how Paul's luck has been in the fucking boxing ring, I don't see that changing. Yo, what is up? What is up, game? I like the fire emoji in the chat. All right, Gravely, Oliveira. I'm closing the poll now. We're going to keep it going. Luque beat Chiesa. He did beat Chiesa, didn't he? I'm thinking he just beat Woodley. Yeah, he did beat Chiesa. He's a top flight guy, man, but he doesn't want to fight Burns, which is kind of the optimal matchup. That's the fight to make. But they're buddies. These guys are literally in each other's camps. I mean, even though Usman was too, I think it's different with the Brazilian connection of the two fighters, man. Araujo Grasso. Let's see where the early lean is here. Luque versus Colby. I think that makes a lot of sense from a ranking standpoint. But I think Colby Covington's name value, he might deny that fight at this point. I feel like I'm not saying that his head's inflated, but he is top line. And I feel like that's a risky fight to take on Luque. But yeah, I'd watch Luque versus Colby Covington 100%. Araujo versus Grasso. Let me throw the poll up here for the people. Let's get your guys' take. Very early leans. We're seeing where you guys are at way before we get to the prediction video, but might as well. Why not see them super early? There's a lot of time left. Let's get the early picks, and let's also get some likes up in here. If you're watching, if you're enjoying the stream, if you appreciate me coming on here, chatting it up with the people, which is honestly my favorite thing to do, smash that damn like button, guys, and show some love to the channel. I appreciate you guys for real. It's great to be on here. Unfortunately, we are in the MMA drought. I'm trying to get some people to hop on the pod to chat it up with some fighters. Right now, I have all crickets, but we'll make it happen, man. We'll find some people that are down. Who do you think Chimaev's fights next? Magny, Covington, Burns, other. I think it's either Magny or Bilal Muhammad. That's what's probably next for Hamzat. Hamzat got called out by Bilal. I want to see that fight. Let's get those two going at it. I think that he can beat Bilal up pretty bad, too. Grasso is a good prospect. At this point, I'd call her a contender, right? Colby Burns prediction. I think Colby Covington wins a unanimous decision over Gilbert Burns. I do. I think that's a hard stylistic matchup for Burns. Unless he catches a submission, but I don't think Colby puts himself out of position enough. I don't think that Burns is super technical on the striking. I think Colby would kind of have his way. But if Burns lands a big shot and makes Colby respect him, it could change the way. But I see Colby Covington winning a unanimous decision there, man. And it's not just based upon how they looked against Usman, but that is a factor. You look at how Colby was able to take Usman's best shots and keep coming. I don't think Burns would have much success putting Colby Covington down either. People heavy on Grasso. You guys are Team Grasso all the way here. Araujo, no love. Let's see what the lines have. Let's find out. Is there any value on Grasso very early? Alexa Grasso, minus 116. Guys, is this the early bet? Araujo's lost to Chukagan. Modafferi loses there. Win. I think that this is the fight for Grasso. I don't know how the lines are this close, guys. Go out and get it now. I would throw some money right now on Alexa Grasso to beat Viviane Araujo. I'm going to be placing that bet. I'm going to throw that shit down ASAP because those odds are incorrect. These odds should be much wider. And look what the people think. And the people are very rarely wrong in this chat. It is extremely wide towards Grasso. Colby got the rub. Whose striking do you think is better? Between Burns and Colby? I would say Colby, but Burns has a lot more knockout power. But Colby's just a hard guy to put away. He's in such great shape. Yeah, I think Grasso runs through Araujo. Guys, go out and get the bet now. This is the early dive for a reason. I'm telling you guys, place some early bets right now. Alexa Grasso is a steal at minus 115. It should be minus 150 minimum. Alex versus Whitaker would be a good one. When you say Alex versus Whitaker, you mean Alex Pereira? She got robbed against Chukagan, to be honest, but I still have Grasso. What was the fight there? Viviane Araujo, Chukagan. I got to go back. Maybe it's not so much of a steal, but Chukagan's not all that great either, man. I feel like it might be Grasso's good performance, man. I don't know, especially Araujo 35. Might be a bet, man. And this is pre-film study, guys, so take my word with a little grain of salt. We might be jumping at the line too early. Maybe fucking Araujo is way better than we're anticipating. She goes out there and fucks Grasso up, and we drop some cash early in the night. But right now, the line looks juicy, and I'm intrigued by a line that looks like that. That's my take now. I'm intrigued by that line. I am. Let's get to the next fight. Let me see what the next one is on the card. The super early leans. Matt Frevola versus Genaro Valdez. I like this fight. I think that Genaro Valdez is going to be anticipating a victory in this one, but easier said than done, even though Frevola got killed in, 8 seconds. That's Terrence McKinney, who's got real power. Freak power. Freak power. Looking at this fight, I'm curious the people's take, guys. Give me your votes. I want to know what's the early lean. My early lean on this one, I got to go with the striker, Genaro Valdez, to beat the finishable Matt Frevola here at this point. I don't know about a knockout in 8 seconds, but I do think he can go out there and get the W. Looking at the lines, plus 185, Valdez is a massive underdog coming into this fight. That's interesting. Frevola, there's still some love for him, man, but I'm leaning the underdog here with Genaro Valdez. I feel like there might be a legit shot for him. People have it 50-50. Bro, for Sedyukov versus Kelleher, who do you think I have? I think Sedyukov has so much more value. He's minus 150 as a future contender. I think Sedyukov should beat him. I did cover a fight of his in the past in CFFC, I believe, and I was impressed. Can't remember everything he does to a T, but I think that stylistically he can beat Brian Kelleher, man. And the people are on the underdog Valdez here with this Frevola fight. I like seeing that. Because that line is wide towards Frevola. The steamroller's on a losing streak versus an unbeaten fighter. I think that's a mistake. I think the bookies fucked up on that one. I think we're going to beat the bookies on that one. For sure. Get your final votes in, and if you haven't yet, smash the like button, show some love to the stream. Late Night Live number 7, guys. This is the 7th episode. I love these late night lives. It's fantastic. It's great to really just chat it up and focus on the live chat and really getting good conversation going. I love hearing you guys' takes. I like that I added the poll, too, to the fight companion. I think that adds a nice flow. Unfortunately, we ain't got a fight companion for a little bit, so the late night lives are where you're coming for this AJ DeVito MMA Experts entertainment right here. Your fight news on the daily, essentially, right now, because I'm popping the news out every single fucking day. Valdez has some nice BJJ, too. Yeah, I think he should be competitive on the floor. I think he wins this fight. I think that is a mistake by the bookies, guys. Momentum, 10-0. I got to go for my 10-0 guy all day. Valdez. I got Valdez. Very early lean, but that's how I'm seeing it. I don't see it going the other direction. I see Valdez winning. I think that's a great potential bet. Let's keep on running up this card, but right now, some great early picks by the people. Super early picks. Finalized value sitting at, find out in a moment, 66% on Valdez, 33% on the steamroller Matt Frevola. So some strong lean towards Valdez, who is a nice plus money, juicy underdog to play. Next fight of the night. Ooh, we get to see Morales. He just won against Nikolai Veretinnikov. That's a fucking tricky name to pronounce, man. Morales versus Giles. I love this fight. I'm excited to see Morales inside of the UFC. Big chance. Morales versus Giles. Trevin Giles. Find out what the people think. Give me your early lean. I strongly got to lean towards Morales getting the win. It's hard to pick against an unbeaten guy, especially one that has some real prospect, like level at just 22. But besides the Driscus Duplessis bad knockout, win over Roman Dolidze, win over Bevan Lewis, beat James Krause, Trevin Giles can fight. And he's a damn hard matchup, but the reach strongly also in favor of Morales. I like the striking game. From what I remember of Michael Morales, I see him getting the W here over Trevin Giles. Looking at the lines, Morales, the slightest of favorites, minus 135 to plus 125. Valuable bets all around, man. If you play it early, you're getting the value on the bets, guys. Some real value. He's part of Entre Moreno's gym. All prospects coming from there. Yeah, bro. Any of the Latin American guys coming out of that gym are going to be watched 100%. He's definitely coming out of a good facility. Sergio Cobb is a future contender for sure. We've been studying him. I like the sound of that, man. I think Sergio Cobb does beat Kelleher. Kelleher is that gatekeeper guy, and that's a good first matchup. Crazy step up in competition. Morales gets it done. But this is going to be a serious test. Can he keep that unbeaten rhythm going? I mean, this guy has got 12 in a row. He won on the Contender Series. He's looked good. Not an easy fight. Coming into the UFC fighting Trevin Giles. But I think he can do it. I think he gets the win. The people are agreeing. If you haven't got your vote in, jump that vote in. I am curious what the people have here. Yeah, it is a crazy step up, though. Who was his last fight? What was the record? I'm not even going to say the name. 9-3, 8-5, 6-5, 2-0. And how he's fighting a 14-3 Trevin Giles. That's a fight because Giles, he's a scrapper, man. And he's got good grappling as well. And he has serious power. He's explosive with his hands. Fast hands. Giles going to outstrike him, and he's going to be in shape at 170. Could be a factor. The weight class drop, that is true. Or could the weight affect his chin? He did get knocked out in the last one. Granted, Giles not an old dude. He's just 29, so he's in his prime for certain here in this matchup. Morales, Giles. For the people, Morales is leaning out. You guys got him ahead. I'll close the poll now. Right now, official polling sitting towards Morales, 66%. He's a slight favorite. I think you guys got some money picks, some early leans, but we love the early leans. So far, the early leans, Hansen, Alves, Botello, Gravely, Grasso, Valdez, and Morales. We're a month out from this card, and it's nice to have it. Is Giles a finisher? He does have finishing ability and has got some W's, but I do think that could see decision from Giles. He can sit in there for 3 rounds, certainly. We keep on running up the card. Stamen versus Saeed Nurmagomedov. You got to go. When you see a Nurmagomedov, you pick a Nurmagomedov. Very rarely you see them lose, but he got caught in that sub by Hayani Barsalos. But Barsalos is fucking nasty. Did he get caught in a sub? No, he lost a decision there. Who was that? It was the other Habib relative that got caught in the triangle. I believe the flyweight. The name is escaping me right now. Let's see. Stamen or Nurmagomedov. Where are the people leaning here? He was okay versus Driscus. Driscus touch of death. Yeah, no, Driscus does hit hard, man. He's a true knockout artist at 185 pounds. I'd be interested to see Driscus Duplessis taking on Alex Pereira, man. Throw him to the fucking wolves. Also, Bruno Silva, they're throwing him to the fucking lions, giving him Alex Pereira. They want him to lose. They're giving him an L, guaranteed. He's not winning that fight. I cannot see him beating Alex Pereira. It's just he gets hit too much, too easily. He's going to get knocked the fuck out bad. People heavy on Nurmagomedov. Not surprised. I'm going Nurmagomedov in this one. I see this fight taking place with a heavy grappling emphasis from Nurmagomedov, but Stamen makes it competitive and goes out there hard win, but he does get the W. For Saeed, this is a huge moment, man. Stamen was ranked at one point. What's he ranked now? Because not ranked by Tapology. No, he's not ranked anymore. Stamen lost to Marab, not a bad loss, and Jimmy Rivera, two solid fighters. I think Saeed, though, could give him that loss number 3 in a row. That's a tough go, man. That's a tough 3. 32, short reach. Everything favors Saeed here. The youth, the physical attributes, and I do believe the wrestling as well. I see Saeed getting it done. Nurmagomedov, the heavy favorite with the people. I need to see if the lines reflect the same feelings. Minus 195, plus 175. Yeah, about the same. Strong favorite, Saeed Nurmagomedov. I do believe he gets the victory here. And he's going to beat his biggest name to date, Cody Stamen. Vieira Turman. I like this fight. I think this one makes a lot of sense, man. Saeed got out-grappled by Barsalos. I got to go back and rewatch that fight. I'm not going to lie to you, man. These are the super early leans, but when you see a Nurmagomedov, very hard to pick against. But yeah, Cody Stamen can wrestle his ass off, for certain. Let's find out what the official poll ended at. Finalized poll, 85% Nurmagomedov, 14% Stamen. So that is the final take there. Vieira versus Turman. See what the people think on Vieira Turman. Spell that right. Wrong. Only fucking difficult names to spell, man. Vieira. Vieira? But I'm out here fucking struggling to spell Vieira, man. Can't be this. Let's just do it right. Do it right. Copy and paste it. And I'm going to add an option. What do you guys think? Who wins? Where do the people lean here? I need your guys' takes. I need the people's take. I need to know. Where do you guys go on this one? Where do you lean? Vieira, Turman, or no idea? I, right now, have to lean towards Vieira for showing improvement in the last one. Turman barely getting through Alves, losing to Silva, losing to Sanchez. I feel like Vieira could submit the fellow quality grappler, though, in Wellington Turman. All Brazilian battle here. These fights are always a good time. I'm going to go Vieira for the dub, though. I do think he gets it done. Very early lean, but I do think he gets it done. Right now, the strongest vote is towards no idea. So get your votes in, guys. This is a tricky matchup to pick. Especially no film study, early lean. This is blind guessing sometimes with this fight, but I got to go towards Vieira, man. Turman is 25 and already has no chin. Yeah, he's already been knocked out twice at a young age, man. At least Vieira has shown some durability. He just gasses. But he looked better against Stulzfas. Stulzfas looked good against Gerald Mearshart up until he got choked out. He looked good up until he didn't look good. Vieira strongly ahead. It's either no idea or Vieira. There is not one vote on Turman. Nobody wants to give Turman any love out here. Okay, there's the Turman vote. There it is. I knew somebody would eventually give him some love. Let's see the lines here for this fight. Vieira. Where the fuck is it, man? I have it. There it is. Okay. Wow, Vieira's minus 270. Turman plus 245. I guess we're on the super strong favorite. I was hoping the lines looked a little closer than that, but damn, these lines are wide as hell for this fight. They're wide early. Early and wide. Yeah, Vieira showed a lot of improvement. For that, I'm picking him. The people picked him. Way ahead is Rodolfo Vieira. And I think he gets the win, guys. I think he does it. Let me move up to the next fight of the night. If you haven't yet, smash that like button, guys. Show some love. Let's get some likes on this live stream. Let's keep pumping that algorithm. The late night lives are here through this MMA drought. Give you the news. I'm giving you the early picks. We're going to do everything, and we're also jumping to the main card. So smash the likes. If you're new, subscribe. Turn those post notifications on. Let's talk about Movsar Evloev and Ilia Topuria. Talk about putting prospects against one another early in their careers. 15-0, 11-0. This is what I call throwing the prospect, one of them, to the wolves. I mean, both of them, really. Let's see who fights out of the fucking lion's den here. This is a fucking fight. Let's put the poll up, and let me see what you guys think. I want your guys' takes. You have Vieira to win, minus 200. I like that. I agree. Topuria, Evloev. It's so hard for me to pick between these two. I like both. I really do. Half of me just wants to dog or pass it. Hard to pick against, a Russian fighter, but Topuria's a grappling phenom. Big wins. Big wins on the opposite side. Higher level competition, but more impressive finishes on the side of Topuria. More punching power on Topuria's side, but Evloev is well-rounded and extremely technical with his stand-up. This is a hard fight. This is a real fight. Evloev versus Topuria. Pick'ems. Absolute pick'ems. That's hard. I want to see what the people are taking. I want to see where you guys are at. Topuria, I'm going Topuria too. I have to go Topuria, but I really could see Evloev also beating him. But I got Topuria. You would have Vieira to win, minus 200. Really wide odds. Yeah, that fight is wide odds. This is a great fight. Tough. Super tough. Super tough. This is a hard one. I should have gave a no idea option. But if you have no idea, just click one of them, because I am curious, though. Get a good amount of votes in just to see where the percentages lie. If you have no idea, just follow the masses. Click Topuria. Not Topuria, but love both guys, bro. Totally fair. There's a lot of love to be had for both guys. Both are real prospects on the rise. Keep your eye on each of them. But goddamn, thrown to the fucking lion's den. Throwing my man to the lion's den. Both of them. May the best man win. That's really how I feel about this one. People on Topuria heavy. The votes are going him. You'll take Evloev. You're going against the grain. I respect that. I respect the against the grain vote there. But I am on Topuria. Let's close the poll out. Let's see what it's finalized at. Right now, the early leans are looking pretty good. I like these early leans from the people. 72% Evloev. I like the strong confidence in Evloev. It's for Topuria, not Evloev. 20. I don't know why YouTube's percents are off. It's 28%, but it's listed as 27. It's 28% Topuria, 72% for Topuria. I'm saying it fucking backwards. Evloev 28%, Topuria 72%. What the hell's going on, man? I'm flipping everything over here. I'm having like a fucking dyslexic moment. My apologies, guys. But yeah, I'm with you. Topuria. Team Topuria in the house, guys. Let's keep on running up the card. And if you haven't, smash the likes, man. Smash those damn likes. Show some love to the stream. Greg Hardy, Aleski Oleinik. I like it. I like it. I like it. All right. All right. This is going to be, I think it's truly a who can impose their game first type of fight. On one side, you have the pure striker in Hardy. On the opposite side, you have the pure grappler in Oleinik. Who can impose their game? Oleinik is an OG vet. but he struggles with power strikers. He's a small heavyweight versus a massive heavyweight. But if he finds a way to get this to the floor, he's going to win the fight. Let's look at the odds. Odds are going to be a factor in this fight for me. Hardy's the minus 160 favorite, plus 150. I'd be torn as hell. I think Hardy can sleep Alessio Oleinik, but I also think that Oleinik could somehow lock up a submission and tap Greg Hardy, but I got to go with size. I'm going Greg Hardy, but I want to go the dog Oleinik wins by submission to go against the grain, but I can't. Even early, I can't. I can't lie to myself here. I think Hardy knocks him out. Hardy first round KO. I'm with you. Just like, look at that size difference, man. It's way too much. It's not going to be enough to overcome. He's not going to be able to do it. No chance. And it's unfortunate, but no chance. Unfortunate. Hardy 1 round KO. Yeah. We're on Hardy 1 round KO. I'm exactly with you, bro. Team Hardy 1 round KO. You're staying away? Okay. Guys, I do want to make a traditional thing that we're going to do for these MMA drought late night lives. If on these late night lives, they get 50 likes while I'm live, not later get 50 likes. While I'm live, we get 50 likes on the late night live. What I'll do is I finish off with the shoey if the people want to see it. Because people be loving those fucking shoeys. So just a hypothetical. If you know somebody, share the video. Tell them check it out. Smash the like button. When I see 50 likes on these MMA drought late night lives, if it's 50 likes as I'm live, shoey time. Really, the goal would be 100. But we're going to take small steps to the moon. 50 is a great goal. So 50 likes. We'll fucking do the shoey time for the people because I do know they fucking like seeing that absolute disgust. But it is something worth doing if you guys find it entertaining, man. I'm here to entertain, and that's definitely a valuable asset of entertainment. Hardy, 62%. Oleinik, 38%. We're on Hardy. The people are on Hardy. Hardy is a massive letdown. Hardy's a beast. But, yeah, he's not really good with the grappling. If the fight goes to the floor, I could see the fight ending. For certain. Hell yeah, shoey. Listen, bro, we do it for 50. If I'm live and we get 50 likes, there's a shoey. Every late night live through the MMA drought, that's going to be the deal. That's how we're doing it, man. That's how we're pumping the likes up in here. We do shoeys we're doing two things. It's $8 shoey or it's 50. But I really prefer the 50 likes thing. That's really the way I want to go. The money is fun, though. You know, if you donate to the channel, you know, we could do a little something. But really, the fucking likes are the way to go, man. Appreciate you guys for 35 likes as well live. If you're watching on replay, who knows how many likes we got. Hopefully we got a fucking 100 in there. But make sure to smash the like button if you're watching the show. Replay live. Doesn't matter. I do hope you're enjoying the action. Real casual time. Chatting it up. Early leans for the UFC. And we're getting the people's take, which I fucking love, man. I really do. Hardy Oleinik. 43% Oleinik. Hardy 57%. What part of New York City am I from, bro? So I look like a New York City guy. I come off as a New York City guy, man. But it's just the Italian thing, bro. It's the Italian thing. I'm not even from New York, brother. I'm not from New York. Do a shoey and probably get more likes. Listen, 50 likes, shoey time. Or donation of $8, we'll say. But I like the 50 likes, though. That's the fucking way to do it. If it's worth my while, we fucking shoey it down. You know how it goes, guys. I do it for the people. I want to keep running up this card. Let's get to the next fight. Actually, let me close out the poll. Heavy towards Hardy. No surprise. No surprise here. There's no surprise on my end. Hardy. He's going to knock him out. The size difference is too much. Way too much. All right, let's keep on running. Brandon Moreno, Davison Figueiredo. The trilogy. This is what I'm excited for. Let's get it on. Let's get ready to rumble. Lucky I'm not the guy doing the fucking announcements. Figueiredo, Moreno. Let's ask the community what they think. Let's ask the people what. You say you're from the Bronx, I'd believe you. I appreciate that. $40 donation coming. I'd love to see it, bro. That's fucking fantastic. You're the man for that. Figueiredo, Moreno. Okay, so looking at this fight, it's hard for me to go against Moreno after how good he looked last time. Like, he dominated that fight. I feel like if he can get off to the same game, I think he gets the W here. And I expect him to get off to the same game. Take down, control, work from top, beat up Figueiredo. But I feel like this fight's going to be a little different. Figueiredo's takedown defense will be a lot more on point for the first 2 rounds. I think he could land a massive shot to drop Brandon Moreno. Moreno has some attributes to like, but Figgy's in the fight. It's hard for me to pick against Moreno for as good as he looked in the last one. Looking at recent opponents, I mean, at one point, Figueiredo looked like the greatest flyweight to ever do it. Then he loses. And you look good wins for Brandon Moreno. It's a 50-50. But I feel like Brandon Moreno wins this fight again, especially with Figueiredo nearly 35 now. I guess he's 34. He's not really nearly 35, but he's 34 years of age. I think that Brandon Moreno wins this bout. Potentially a decision, though. That's kind of where I'm leaning for this matchup, man. Moreno all day. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm on Moreno. Moreno makes weight easier. Yeah, he does. And he's a big boy, too. Davison, Figueiredo, plus 148, so plus 150. Minus 160 for Brandon Moreno. Look at some early props. They already got some props out. Over 2.5, minus 145. Could happen. Over 1.5, minus 270. I believe it does. Fight goes distance, plus 130. Risky bet. Moreno by decision, plus 230. Moreno money line, minus 160 isn't terrible. I think the line will shift a bit. As the week goes on, I really believe the line is going to start to shift. I guess not as the week, as the month goes on, because this fight's a fucking while away. As it goes on, I think the line shifts. I think we start going towards a certain direction, and it will be money on Figueiredo, and I'm telling you that line closes at minus 130, minus 120 for Moreno. So I would wait. I'm waiting on that one if I'm going to place a bet on Moreno. All hinges on Figueiredo's weight cut. I agree. But does he compete at 35? I think he gets beat up by guys like Aldo, guys like Jan, guys like Sanhagen, guys like Rob Font. There's no place for Figueiredo outside of 125 pounds. Moreno on toughness and endurance. I agree. People are on him. I think the weight cut is why Figgy looked so off last fight. Yeah, definitely possible. He might have a better cut this time. Moreno, 62%. Figgy, 38%. We'll close it in a minute, guys. Smash that like button. It's a fantastic stream. I'm having a great fucking time. Chatting it up super early. If you're enjoying the content too, leave us a like. Show some love to the channel. I'm going to be live streaming throughout this MMA drought. I'm telling you guys, I'm looking for people to bring on the live that are like fighters, coaches. I'm reaching out to some people. I'm trying to give you guys some quality entertainment. So it's coming. It's coming. It is on the way. It is on the way. Figueiredo, Moreno, poll closing officially. The official poll close. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. What is the poll close at? Let's see. Obviously, the math is off for YouTube. 63% Moreno, 37% Figueiredo. Moreno more technically, Figgy relies on power. He does rely a lot on power these days. Figgy will have a better weight cut, hopefully, and be hungry and redeem the L this time around. Potentially. It's fair. It's understandable. Can't believe I missed the live Shuey, bro. You got to go back and screen record that thing, bro. It's a legendary Shuey. I tagged the time, man. Listen, if we get 50 likes in the late night live, you'll see another one live. So share it with your people. Let them know. Come check us out. I'll make it worth your while, man. We add up the spice in here, bro. When I'm live, we have a great time, man. This is not business as usual. This is fucking the casual chat. Great time. I get your take. You get mine. Fucking love these lives, guys. I'm out here trying to fucking rap, fucking rhyming things too much, man. Let's just get to the next fight already here before I fucking go too crazy. Ngannou versus Gane. Gane, big chance. I think the UFC wants Gane to win because Ngannou, he says, I don't want to fight in the UFC anymore. I'm done with these bastards. He said, get me the fuck out of the UFC. I hate these guys. Gane versus Ngannou. What is the people's take? I am so torn. It's early. When you look at one thing, you have to talk about technical ability striking. Ciryl Gane has a clear-cut edge. From range, he's superior. I think that his technical footwork and movement is better. He's got a youth edge over Ngannou. Granted, Ngannou 35, it's heavyweight. These guys are in their prime by 35. Gane is very young, 31 heavyweight. Reach the same. Height the same. Can Gane go 5 rounds without getting touched one time by Ngannou? That's a hard thing I'm imagining here. This is what I struggle with. Looking at the lines, it's pick'ems, and for good reason, because Ciryl Gane is technically superior to Francis. But there's a different level of power when Francis touches your chin. I don't care who you are. And Ngannou is doing well since taking some losses. Gane on the opposite side has never lost a combat sport ever. Has never lost in a combat sport. Has never been beaten. The people are on Gane here. Gane is a new era heavyweight. He's special. You know, I think Gane could TKO Francis Ngannou. If he finds a way to close that distance and land some powerful strikes and a tired Ngannou wearing. But the thing is, if Gane gets touched one time, I think he does get hurt. But I do believe Gane has a very solid chin. I don't think he's Glass Joe. I don't think this is an easy win for Ngannou. I don't think this is an easy win for Gane. I think the odds are correct to be pick'ems here. Right now, it's hard to lean against Gane, but I feel like when they get in there and Ngannou has a different level, he blitzes. You might blitz him in 20 seconds and just throw some wild shit. I'm very torn on the early lean right now. The people are on Gane, though. Right now, you guys, 73% Gane, 23% Ngannou. Technical precision versus freak power, and I would say absolute belief at this point. Lewis versus Stipe, who wins? That's a fight I want to see. I feel like Derek Lewis could knock out Stipe Miocic, but I definitely could see Stipe eating the power and also winning by TKO in the third. Francis is motivated for the new contract. Yeah, I do think that Francis Ngannou wanting the contract, also wanting to box, right now, for Ngannou's legacy, he should beat Gane. Like, he has to beat Gane. This is the right direction if he does. But think about this. What if Gane can't make the fight? COVID, Omicron. Have you guys seen it? It's on the rise. Obviously, you have. Is Francis Ngannou going to get a new opponent? Is Ciryl Gane going to be taken out? It was kind of talked about a little bit. I have a very weird feeling right now. This is probably incorrect and probably not going to happen. Derek Lewis fights Francis Ngannou as Ngannou's contract expires potentially. And then next thing you know, could you imagine he knocks out Derek Lewis, he vacates the title, and he finds a way to get over to boxing? That right there is a very possible outcome. Crazy, but possible. Too technical, too fast. Of course, Francis KO, so who knows? Yeah. Heavyweight division is really the only weight class that I'll, besides maybe a Rumble Johnson fight, where I'll say I'm going to go with the one-punch power over technical ability. Besides in the fight with Gane and Ngannou. This is extremely hard to call. Super close. Leaning Gane for the win, but I'm all over the place here. And I really am going to sit down on this one when the time comes and pick my side. And you know, all the people in the community, it's going to be different opinions. They're going to be all over the place. Everybody's going to have a different take, I believe, on this one. Some will go with the power of Ngannou, others the technique of Gane. Either way, I think you have a fantastic heavyweight fight and the biggest heavyweight fight ever between the scariest heavyweights of all time. This is truly the new era, and I do think Ciryl Gane's style is something we've never seen before. Gane right now, ahead for the people. The early lean seems to be Gane. Guys, smash that like button if you have not yet. Show some love. Get your final vote in. This is the last fight we're talking about here on the card. The early lean, the late night live. We've been on here over an hour, which is fantastic. It's always a blast to chat it up. I'm going to close the poll now. And Gane is ahead of the curve. Gane leaning the way here. Leaning ahead. Volkov was landing on Gane. Francis KO's Gane. I definitely could see it. 63%. 36%. Slight. I think it could be closer, but the people are on Gane. The bookies are even. I think that as the fight gets closer, people's opinions will be all over the place. This is one of those cards that are going to be pretty good, but the main event topping off is a scary bet. It may be bet inside the distance on either side. I don't see this one going 5. Even though Gane is proven to be able to win decisions, I don't see this one going 5. Overall, UFC 270 is going to be fantastic. I hope you guys enjoyed this late night live. We went deep, man. Any questions you ask, you know I always got the answers. The consistent thing is this. if we get 50 likes on the late night live, until we start consistently breaking 50, and then we'll slowly work it in a different direction. Right now, 50 will do the fucking shoey for the people at the end. So 50 likes is needed for that shoey while I'm live. That is the key thing. So while I'm live, we get the 50. We'll make it happen. Let me just quickly go through some news. And Ngannou, you better take Paul seriously. He's right. Triad combat. I'm a big fan. I like Triad. Belfort versus Chad Dawson. I think Belfort knocks him out. Fury rips Paul. Maybe Fury's trying to find himself back in that fight, but that's a weird position. If you didn't watch that news reaction video, go on the channel, man. I'm dropping news reaction videos too. I'm not just doing fight picks and lives. I'm doing fight picks, lives, news reactions. I mean, right now, there's really no fight picks besides RESIGN coming up next week, but no UFC, but I'm still keeping the action coming, man. Let's see. Anything? No, this guy's trying to get to the UFC. Mexican Wrestling Olympian Alfonso Oliveira. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Gabriel Vargas signs a deal with Karate Combat. Interesting. John McCarthy shitting on Derek Lewis. Of course, he has something negative to say. I don't know why, but he does. Giannis Shonomal had a great performance tonight, but against a 25-pounder, I guess true. Did Amanda Lemos win every round against Angela Hill? No, she lost that fight. Controversial. Basic news, Masvidal, obviously you guys know, he fucking offered, he got offered $5 million by Jake Paul, and then you got Woodley out there paying people to make a fucking meme out of him. I was kind of surprised to see that by T. Wood. That's interesting. Will there be a RESIGN preview? Yes, there will. I will be covering the RESIGN championship level fights. The tournament and the championship. Won't cover the guys that are debuting or amateur fights, but the big fights we will cover. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this late night live. Much love to everybody tuning into the show. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Francis only wins by KO, and Gane has never been KO'd, so you got to bet Gane. Totally understandable. Close to closing at 50 likes. Just 5 away. Hopefully next week we get it, and you see me down that shoey. Let people know. Check out the late night lives. I'll be here. Most likely Tuesday, but this week was Wednesday. You'll see it popped up early enough. I'll put a post out there. If you don't follow me on social media, check me out on my socials, Instagram, also Twitter. I give always updates of when I'm going live, when I'm dropping videos and everything like that. Much love to everybody tuning in. If you're new, subscribe, turn the post notifications on. If you haven't yet, smash that like button. Show some love. Much love to everybody who came in and participated in the chat, the votes. It was great chatting it up with my people. Shout out to all you guys. Thank you all so much, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.